Welcome back to Nostalgic Buzz, Gen Z's take on trends and tides. Back with another week. Today, our guest is none other but the man himself, Lewis.
Hi.
Welcome back, Lewis. How are you feeling to be on the podcast again?
It's a great honor. I'm excited to dive right into the podcast.
Alright, so for this week, you already know the topics. What's up with Trump? This week in old, Gen Z news, and argue about something you care about for the fucking fourth time! Alright, so what's up with Trump? Easter. What did he do at Easter? The Trump dance. It's gone viral. It's going crazy. You've seen John Jones do it when he won his fight, and it's just a spectacular spectrum. When you see that orange man bust out his arms and start wiggling them legs, you know it's gonna be a good time. But let's think to ourselves, why did the dance become so popular? Do you think it's just because he's the president? Or do you think that he just has the smoothest skills in the fucking block? He can do that shit in Just Dance, the video game. What do you think, Lewis?
I think it's mostly because he's president. I mean, I won't say it's a bad dance routine. CERN's pretty stylish. It's pretty cool. It's pretty hip with the youth.
Do you think that the Democrats would ever do that dance by accident? Do you think if a Democrat ever did that dance and not knowing it was Trump, they would think they were cool? But what if they did know Trump did that dance and they accidentally did it? Do you think that they would get the utmost sadness and just think of just, killing themselves in a video game?
No.
Well, why do you think that though? Because it's like, you see very intense Democrats and, Kamala supporters, and I've gone online, I've gone on TikTok, well, I don't have TikTok, but I've seen TikTok videos online about how people are like, oh my god, Trump won, it's the fucking end of the world, oh my god, ah! You know what I mean? And it makes you think, like, if they were to do that dance and find out that Trump was the one who did that dance in the first place, do you think they'd feel some type of way? Like, do you think they would, like, feel crushed on inside? Because in Gen Z, not going to Gen Z news, but just in Gen Z in general, everyone's a snowflake now, you know what I mean? It's like, they're very fragile, and they're very fragile with their beliefs. Like, if they did something, like, oh shoot, I did that by accident. But now they'll go online and start up a TikTok video and then start crying because they accidentally fucking stubbed their toe or ate a hamburger and they were a vegan or some shit like that. I don't know. But you know what I mean? So it's like, what makes you think that they would be fine if they did that without doing?
Well, my main reasoning is it's just a dance. It's just a shimmy. There's not much to it. It's just a dance.
Yeah, it's just a dance, but the key word is it's the Trump dance. There's a lot of people on this earth who hate Trump, and if they do something that is remotely close to something that he does or enjoys or talks about, then it's just a whole bag of fucking smashed beans.
I guess, but I really don't see why. I mean, like I said, it's just a shimmy.
It may just be a shimmy, but think about this. Think, Lewis. You're a liberal in 2025. Your hair is fucking colored indigo, and you have fucking 16 piercings in your fucking face, and you're home, and you look in the internet, and you've made this video of you doing this dance to some weird-ass fucking anime song, right? Think you're an anime character, but then it turns out you were doing the Trump dance the whole time, and then you look on your thing, and behind your pride flag, you see Trump doing the dance on the phone, and you're like, oh no! And then your life is over, because all your liberal friends are like, ew, why are you doing the Trump dance? And then that person, that liberal, is going to think, oh my god, I gotta go jump off a bridge now because I just did the Trump dance, right?
Right. I don't think it's very deep at all.
Well, to end this, a lot of people think it's deep, alright? A lot of people think it's deep, and I don't think it's very deep at all either because I like Trump, you know what I mean? But there's a lot of people in this world who think it's deep. They're like fucking liberals, fucking Democrats, and fucking gays, fucking pride, sissies. They hate Trump, and they think it's a little deep. But you know what? I don't think it's deep at all, and you don't think it's deep at all. So guess what? We can move on! Alright, next up, This Week in Holds. Today, we're gonna be talking about why don't parents hit their kids anymore. Now, that sounds kind of weird, but in a disciplined way. I'm saying, like, with a belt, if they did something wrong, right? Let's say your child fucking threw a vase at a wall and broke a priceless relic from their grandma, right? Wouldn't you want to, like, fucking grab a belt and smack the shit out of your kid's ass? Or would you want to be like, hey, that's not nice. We don't do that. Do you think that affects them when they're older? Do you think that affects their behavior? Or do you think that's the way to go? Lewis, what do you think?
Well, I can see both sides. Maybe, honestly, as a kid, like as a very young kid, I was spanked like every now and then. Not very often, but then, I mean, honestly, I didn't last very long. I don't remember the last time I had. Definitely not within the last 10 years. So, but I don't think I'd ever want to hit my kids or anyone's kids. I think if there's like an alternative, I'd probably go with that. But I guess I don't it turned out worse because of that.
I think that when it comes to kids, I have a nephew, he's like 3 years old. The soft parenting thing, it's like, it works sometimes, but sometimes you just gotta pull down them pants and fucking give them streaks along their ass. Cause it's like, dude, if your kid is being an absolute a-hole, like he's not listening, being a brat, and he's talking back to you because he thinks he can get his way without having any real punishment, then it's time to put the foot down. Cause, I know what you mean. Like, if the day I ever have a kid, I really wouldn't want to really hit him either because he's my kid. But sometimes you gotta like parent harshly, you know what I mean? That's what I think. Cause for one, bringing it back in the old days of Josiah's childhood, my brother, his name's Arius, and now right now he's a fucking deadbeat. But that's okay because when he was younger, he wasn't potty training until he was 6 years old. And my mom said, if you come home one more time with piss in your fucking pants, I'm gonna whip you. And guess what? He came home with piss in his fucking pants. And then she whipped out the belt, gave him a good little bit of lashing, you know what I mean? And he was fixed. He was fixed because he realized not to do that again, and he got potty trained. So sometimes it does work. But do you think that in this day and age that wouldn't work anymore? Or do you think that the old ways of parenting can still be effective? What do you think, Lewis?
I don't think it would work anymore. Not because it wouldn't be like effective, but I feel like nowadays it's really looked down upon. And tradition has changed, not too long ago. I think like in the 70s, child abuse laws got more strict, and then people started doing it less. They didn't pass it on to their kids. So now it's just not something you do as much.
Well, the thing is, it's like, yeah, child, protection laws. Yeah, I know what you mean. But the thing is, it's like, there's a difference of hitting your kid out of straight up anger, and there's a difference of hitting your kid out of discipline. And okay, like when I say hit your kid, I'm not talking about like throw him against a wall or like throw him through a wall. You know what I mean? I mean like give him a good old spanking. You know what I mean? And shoot, sometimes you don't even have to give him a spanking. Put him in a corner. Like when I was younger, my parents used to put me in the corner for like an hour. Well, not an hour, but it was like 30 minutes. But that taught me a lesson. Parents now are not doing any of that. They're not disciplining the kids at all because, okay, my sister, bringing it back to my nephew, my sister is a soft parent. She does soft parenting, which is pretty much you don't discipline your kid at all. You're just like, hey, don't do that. That's not nice, okay? What do we say? Sorry? Sorry? Say sorry. Say sorry. Say sorry. And then you're saying that for like 5 fucking hours straight while the kid's giving you the fucking middle finger and he's like, no, mom. No. You know what I mean? And I'm telling you, my nephew is 4 years old now, but he's turning into a YN, Lewis. He's turning into a YN. And Mr. Taylor, if you don't know what that means, it means young and then the N-word. That's what that means. He's turning into a little gangster, a little thug. He's talking about N-words and whores. What the fuck? He's fucking bored! It makes no sense. It makes no sense to me how he's ending up like this. My nephew is going to carry a strap into kindergarten. Awful. He's gonna wear shiesty as a fucking hat on a sunny day. He's gonna sag his pants to his fucking ankles in the 1st grade. It's awful. It's terrible what this generation has come to because of the parenting skills of these parents. Lewis, what's your take on that?
Well, I think that's okay. Let me ask you this: does your nephew have like an iPad, like a tablet?
He does. He does have a tablet.
Does his parents check it?
Not to my knowledge.
It might just be like unrestricted access to the internet at a very young age.
And honestly, I think you're right. If parents just take away their tablet and raise them up as an actual kid, maybe they won't actually do so many bad things to where you actually have to whip your kid to death. So with that, I think that it just depends on the actual parenting skills of the parent to where if they feel the need to whip them, they should. But if they're being behaved, they shouldn't. And I think it's totally up to the parents to decide on that factor. All right, and with that, I think we can move on to our next topic. Gen Z News! Yeah! All right, today with Gen Z News, we are going to talk about a new trend, brain rot. Mr. Taylor, I know you hate phones, and there is a reason to why you hate phones probably. It's probably because it's annoying to you, right? Well, the thing is, the reason why these kids are glued to their phone is because their brains are literally rotting and leaking down their ears, into their mouth, down their gullet, into the shitter. And then the cycle continues again because the shit that they produce goes right into their phones and back into their system through the eyes. Lewis, would you like to introduce what this thing is?
Yes. So if you don't know, there's a new thing going around. Are you familiar with bombardiro crocodilo?
No. Mr. Taylor, it might sound like he's speaking in tongues and he's been possessed by a fucking demon, but no, that's actually what's going on. And I know it makes you want to put a shotgun in your mouth and absolutely pull the trigger, but guess what? That's what I gotta see every time I open Instagram. I go into Instagram Reels unknowingly now because it's become just like such a habit to me, but every time I go in there, I see a fucking stick with a fucking baseball bat making tung 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 sahor. What does our world come to? Anyway, Lewis, would you like to go deeper into this topic of why people might be obsessed with it?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked. So why are people obsessed with this Italian brain rot? Well, if you couldn't tell, it's supposed to be an Italian take on brain rot. And brain rot, what is brain rot? Brain rot can be literally whatever is trending, as long as it's used in short form content like Instagram Reels, TikToks, YouTube Shorts, you name it. Why people like this? Why people are addicted to this? Even without knowing. Like Josiah just said, he opens Reels as a habit now. Just want to. Does he know he's going to? Well, it's the instant gratification aspect you get, and then you just keep watching it. You know, it's a low commitment. You know, you're not investing time into it. It's usually like a minute, 30 seconds, 20 seconds, whatever. And you know, if you keep doing this, you keep getting satisfaction in just a few seconds. It's gonna rot your brain. Your attention span will be cut into a bajillion pieces, and the only way you can satisfy your needs is to go back on Reels or whatever, TikTok, and look at the Italian crocodile that's bombing baseball bat, whatever.
More or less, pretty much what he's saying is your skull gets cut open, they take out your brain, and they give it to the contestants to beat Bobby Flay to use in their signature dish, and then when they serve it to the judges are gonna like it, they're gonna eat it, they're gonna shit it out into the toilet, and then they're gonna give it back to you to put back in your brain as a fucking shit souffle, because literally that's all this is, and I've been a victim to it, unfortunately. I feel my brain absolutely just oozing through my eyes every single time I cry because of how fucking bad that my feed has become now. Like, when I'm scrolling, I follow things that I want to see. I follow WWE because I like wrestling, and I follow some other accounts because I think they're funny. But I don't want to see tung 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 sahor, crocodilo, fucking Bummerio, or fucking, I don't fucking know, fucking banana fucker. I don't want to see them anymore. But I'm forced to because they keep shoving this content down my throat. I think that the government is doing this themselves. I think they want these fucking kids to grow up to be actual fucking stupid bums. That's literally what's happening. I'm becoming a fucking stupid person when I'm seeing this. I feel my IQ dropping by the second. But I think that this is being articulated by someone to try to kill out a whole entire generation, because there's no way that back in the day, let's say like, I don't know, the 70s or the 2006, they're gonna see this and be like, oh my god, look, it's a fucking ape and a banana. Like, no, y'all were doing better things at that time. I was being born at that time. I should have been born earlier. Fuck, I would rather have to deal with the fucking AIDS crisis than deal with this shit. Alright, I'd rather deal with the Black Plague than have to deal with fucking crocodile fucking stupario. But honestly, put it lightly, this generation is going to fucking die by their own hands. Alright, and with that, I think we can end Gen Z News. Alright, argue about something you care about. Alright, Mr. Taylor, I recorded this like last week. He showed me the link to the new project, but I asked my parents about it and they said I literally couldn't do it because it goes against like their parenting things. So I genuinely need to ask you for like a new assignment. But that's boring. So I'm gonna show you the actual version I made before I found that out of me trying to quote unquote challenge you for a new assignment. Enjoy. Argue about something you care about. Alright, Mr. Taylor. Last week, you gave me an email showing me how good I was doing with these podcasts, and I'd like to say thank you for that. But lo and behold, there's a link saying, "Oh, check out this. Check out Josiah. Check out this new project I'm working on." You know, I'm thinking to myself, "All right, you know, let's see what Mr. Taylor's cooking up in the lab." But in truth, I should have been asking myself, "What's Mr. Taylor cooking up in Satan's lair?" Mr. Taylor, I don't think you understand the absolute magnitude and the amount of work you're expecting out of your students. And I know that you know that this is going to turn out absolute bullshit. I believe that this assignment was finally crafted in the fucking nether star of fucking Satan's ass crack, finally molded into a fucking blacksmith's fucking smithing template, and then brought out of the fucking ground for us to look and cry at. For us to look and have our tears stream down our face onto the paper, soiling it for you to look at, take back, and fucking lick. It's your fucking act of nutrients, your fucking source of electrolytes. I know that the content and the absolute quality that is going to come out of this assignment is going to be actual concrete built-in shit. But you're sitting there on your fucking throne, and on your throne, I mean your fucking smelly ass fucking chair, and you're just typing this away, and you're getting a fucking kick out of it, thinking to yourself, oh my god, my students are gonna fucking rage about this. Well, guess what, Mr. Taylor? And I am! You want me to go out there on my own, into the street, or with a partner, or with a group, but guess what? I don't know anyone in that class, motherfucker! I don't know a single person. I'm doing this shit on my fucking own. When it comes to the fucking project, I'm working with fucking Kevin. And Kevin takes a while to do this fucking shit anyway, but that's beside the fucking point. When I'm sitting here scrolling through this fucking assignment, my soul is dwindling away. My goals for catching the bag at fucking Cape Valley are diminishing. My soul is being shattered into fucking fragments. And because I'm sitting here thinking this is gonna be my life for the next fucking few weeks or months, and it's all gonna be so I can fucking graduate, motherfucker, I have 5 classes in total that I gotta get done, and I'm doing this fucking assignment. You know what, Mr. Taylor? I'm not gonna sit here and argue about something I care about. I'm gonna tell you something I fucking care about. And it's not doing this fucking assignment. This assignment is designed for public speaking, right? But guess what, Mr. Taylor? I'm speaking to you right now! I'm speaking to you right now, and I'm giving you my public fucking opinion about this assignment. I'm telling you something that these students are not afraid to fucking tell you. I'm telling you it myself. I'm gotta be the total person to tell you it myself. I don't give a shit if any of these other fucking students sit here and act against your fucking acts of fucking slavery. I am not going to sit here and be chained by the fucking shackles, these fucking burning shackles you placed on my fucking skin like fucking Kratos. I am not yours. I'm not your puppet for self-sadistic fucking pleasure. I'm not going to sit here and actually do this fucking assignment, Mr. Taylor, alright? You can give me anything else in the world, but I am not going to get up off my ass, go into a fucking subway or a fucking bus and ask a bunch of random ass strangers their fucking public opinion. I'm not gonna ask a fucking 50-year-old fucking man what he thinks about fucking Trump. I'm not gonna go to a fucking 50-year-old Indian and ask what he thinks about Kamala. I'm not gonna sit here and listen to a fucking 12-year-old Indian woman talking about fucking ideas on the Department of Education. I can do anything else but this. Mr. Taylor, I don't think you understand how weird these people can fucking get. When I was younger, I was sitting on the fucking bus, right? And this old ass man started getting fucking butt ass naked and started fucking gyrating on the ground. And all I seen was fucking wet, freaking greasy, oily, wrinkly, veiny, willy, fucking wiggle everywhere, and now I try to close my eyes and hide it, but it was already burned to my brain, so now every time I eat a fucking strawberry, or a fucking blueberry, or a fucking raspberry, any berry of funny fucking kind, all I can think of is fucking wanger, and I just sit there and cry to myself, because I have to fucking remember, and have a 1,000-yard stare every fucking time I go on a fucking bus, but I'm not gonna sit here and fucking take it, Mr. Taylor. I'm protesting, I'm talking to you, I am telling you, I'm giving you my opinion, I'm doing everything else that these students are too fucking afraid to do. I challenge you, give me an assignment, and I'll get it fucking done, but I'm not doing this fucking assignment. I'm telling you, I'm protesting, I'm giving you my honest fucking opinion, and you're gonna listen to it, and you're gonna fucking like it, and I know you're getting enjoyment, some fucking weird ass sadistic enjoyment from hearing me fucking scream, and you know what? That's better, cause I know your ass is listening to me. There's a few things I need to get off my fucking chest, Mr. Taylor. You are, and I'm gonna admit it to you, you are the embodiment of fucking Satan, Mr. Taylor. You are straight from fucking hell. You are in the depths of fucking Hades, Mr. Taylor. These students are sitting here bending to your fucking will, but I'm not gonna sit here and let you fucking chain me up and crucify me. I'm not gonna let you stab me like the fucking Romans and the Jewish. I'm not gonna let you chain me down and drown me in this fucking line of fucking work. It's like a job. It's like a bad job, and I'm quitting. I'm standing up for myself. Yeah, and that's more or less it. Pretty much, I just went on to yell more and get more angry, but yeah, you get the point. Please respond to this, and yeah, that's about it. See ya.